We got some easy A's and super easy A's to check out here. Today we're going to be looking at Whis EZA and LRB Whis Super EZA. So I'm going to break down both, and then I'm going to talk about their hit potential, and I'm going to bust out some math. You definitely want to listen to this part because it could help you very easily decide how to build your STR Whis. This guy has a really cool passive, and I think you can do some good things with his hit potential. Let's start with the LRB Whis. So this guy, since he's a super EZA, leader skill doesn't change. Super attack does not change. You raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy, recovers 10% health. For the 18 key, greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause mega colossal damage to the enemy, recovers 15% health. For the passive, key +7 attack and defense plus 250, high chance to crit, which is 50%, high chance to dodge, which is 50%, launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. Guard, Realm of God's allies, attack and defense plus 20%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% to those who also belong to movie boss. That is for your Beerus. When attacking, attack plus 250, one-time activation only, damage reduction 50%, and chance to dodge plus 20% for 4 turns. So at this point, you have guard, 50% damage reduction, and 70% chance to dodge for 4 turns. That's pretty cool. When attacking a superclass enemy, all allies key +2 for 2 turns. When attacking an extreme class enemy, all allies chance to crit plus 10% for 2 turns. This will give your int Beerus up to 90% critical when this part of the passive procs. For every attack received or evaded, attack and defense plus 70% up to 210. When there's another movie boss category ally attacking in the same turn starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, foresees enemy super attack. This works very well with the int Beerus because he has 3 turns of scouting. So after that wears off, you have a couple of turns where you can't see anything, but then this guy takes over and gives you scouting. If HP is 80% or less when attacking, launches an additional super attack up to once within the turn. Whenever HP is 90% or more at the end of a turn, a damage reduction plus 20% up to 40. So at the end of the turn. So you have to end the turn with that amount of health, and then when you come back, you'll have more of it, which is an interesting way to buff up a character. So this unit very much synergizes with int Beerus, but you can run it on any Realm of Gods team. But Beerus specifically is seeing a very awesome set of boosts with these 2 EZAs. So in terms of hit potential, how do you build the character? Well, you can easily just say additionals and dodge because you've got critical taken care of right here. I personally don't care about getting more critical because we're sharing that critical with this. We're also getting critical in other ways. You have godly power, which provides a critical boost through the links. You can also get critical from other ways of support. I'm throwing in this int Whis. Most people probably might not, but I like this int Whis because he can provide up to 20% critical support. So if you bring someone like him, you can add more chances for it, but I'm fine with 50%, a little over 50%. So it's just a matter of additionals and dodge. He does lose a little bit of his tankiness, not a little bit, a lot of his tankiness after 4 turns. So you might want to give more dodge because he's going to be a little bit less reliable in terms of defense, but he's not really going to be your slot 1. Occasionally he might have to be, but he's not always going to be your slot 1. He seems more like a slot 2. So additionals and dodge, any combination will do. For now, I don't want to change my build too much because it's going to burn a lot of stones. So I'm just keeping it like this. I've got 20 additional. I've got 14 dodge. That's enough for right now. I might eventually skew more in favor of the dodge, but with all the team synergy that this squad has, I think I'm okay with doing that. I'd rather he launch multiple supers and heal us more than give extra dodge. We're going to be getting dodge in other ways, like team dodge and stuff. All right, now we get to the STR Whis, and I got some math ready for you on this one. So this guy greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, greatly lowers attack and defense, and seals key +2 attack and defense plus 250. Great chance to dodge, that's a 70%. Damage reduction 40%. When attacking, attack and defense plus 250. For every attack evaded, defense plus 100%, chance to dodge plus 5% within the turn. So that's like the AGL MUI Goku. The more you dodge, the dodgier you get. Attack plus 50% up to 250. When there's an ally whose name includes Beerus attacking in the same turn, key +2 launches an additional super attack. All allies attack plus 70% for 2 turns. Recovers 15% health at the end of the turn. When there's a Realm of Gods category enemy, chance to dodge plus 10%. When there are no Realm of Gods category enemies, attack and defense plus 100%. After the enemy launches a super attack at the character, evades enemy's attack. This is a one-time activation. Evades enemy's attack within the turn and performs a critical hit and launches an additional super attack for 4 turns. In case there's any confusion here, the dodge guaranteed happens on that turn once. The guaranteed critical and additional super attacks for 4 turns happen for 4 turns. So it's a little weird. They are not doing a very good job with how they're depicting this. Like, they're not differentiating enough. I feel like these just should be two different lines, but whatever. Okay, so now how do you build this unit's hit potential? You might be thinking, since he's a flimsy unit, you might want to go full dodge. But you know what? Maybe not. So here's a little spread. Here's a breakdown of the dodge situation, okay? So Whis is dodging, assuming you have no support and it's just his straight up 70% chance to dodge. Every time you dodge, you gain 5% dodge. So after 6 dodges, you're at 100%, okay? If you've got a higher base or hit potential dodge, remember, hit potential dodge calculates in the event that the passive dodge fails. So a 30 hit potential dodge doesn't give you 100%, it gives you a 79%. Because in the off chance that the 70% passive dodge fails, you have a 30% backup, which means 79. So you're roughly starting out with a 30 hit potential dodge with an 80% dodge, which would effectively happen after you dodge twice straight up. And as you can see, even with 30 dodge, you're not getting an overwhelmingly high amount of extra dodge. The higher you go, the less and less the hit potential dodge actually factors in. With a 30 dodge, after dodging 5 times, look at the difference between this dodge with 0 hit potential and this dodge with 30 hit potential. 95% versus 96.5%. The longer you go with consecutive dodges, the less the hit potential matters. So the whole point of this is for me to say that your hit potential dodge is going to help you early on. That's the point of this. If you want to go full dodge, you're doing it because you want a higher chance of the initial dodge to go through. But don't forget, for Whis, you have an extra 10% dodge when Int Beerus is around. So you're actually starting from right here. Also, if you're fighting a Realm of Gods category enemy, then your dodge is actually starting from right here. So you need even less to actually reach 100%. So in terms of how to build your character, it depends on how you want to play. Would you rather go for the highest chance to dodge initially to start the dodge chain, or would you rather just capitalize on your use of hit potential? That's where the differentiation can happen. Do you care about initial dodge, or do you just care about doing more? I personally am going to side towards doing more with my hit potential, so I'm focusing a little bit less on dodge and I'm going more additional. The reason why I'm going to go for more additional is because this guy has the ability to lower the enemy's attack and defense while also greatly raising his defense. I can give him some extra ways to nerf the opponent while also giving myself extra tankiness. So going back to my Whis, this is how I've built him. I still gave him 20 dodge because if I'm going to ever run him off lead, if I'm going to run him on a team that doesn't have Int Beerus or doesn't have, you know, all the necessary Realm of God support, this extra dodge could help. But instead of going the full 30 like I was originally going to, I decided to put a little bit extra into additional so that he can do more defensively. If he raises his defense while also lowering the enemy attack and he's piling on all the extra defense while dodging, I think he's going to be pretty tanky. That's my thought. That's my perspective on it. If you guys disagree, that's fine. Just know that there's some math going on here. So if you want to screen capture this, go ahead. This will help you decide what you want to do. If you have 0, 70% is your starting dodge. If you have 30, 79% is your starting dodge. And that is, of course, if these conditions are as is. If your conditions are like this, where you've got the Int Beerus, but you don't have a Realm of God's enemy, consider it like this. If you've got both parts of the passive, then consider this. Do you really need a 30 dodge when you are running with Int Beerus and facing a Realm of God's enemy? I'm going to say probably no. Probably no. But those are my thoughts on it. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and take on the Divine Wrath Mortal Will, and then we'll jump into some other events, shall we? Oh my god. Hang on a second. Everybody's where they're supposed to. Let's go. All right. Intro time.
He's certainly waking early this time, isn't he?
Should have known. It never ends. Well, so much for our long-lasting peace.
All right, STR Whis, we're going to put them in slot 1. All right, so what do we got here? First of all, in terms of links, we're looking pretty good. We got that godly power support. We are fighting a Realm of God's enemy. We have 80% chance to dodge. This guy is giving us an additional 10% dodge. So we have a 90% chance to dodge. And on top of that, I got the 20 hit potential. So I've got a 92% chance to dodge. There is no way that I fail this. And then if he launches a super attack at me, then I would burn up this. I kind of hope he doesn't. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh, and Beerus has guaranteed crit once he gets hit because of this. Dude, this is a pretty stacked rotation. What the heck? All right, let's do that. All right, let's do that. All right, Whis, don't get hit. Thank you. 27.7 million attack stat. Now, his damage numbers, I don't care about. Using crit, I don't care about. He's got godly power. He gets critical support in other ways. I don't care about the damage. What I care about is him raising his... Oh my. He did 20 million damage? 19 million damage on that? Okay. All right. What I care about is him building up defense in the off chance he needs it. But more importantly, just setting up everybody else. Now, you are watching a tune video, which means 92% doesn't mean shit, because I will fail those consistently. And I have. All right, so that was cool. All right, so for this one, I'm going to spend a little bit of time attacking the Zamasu because I want to see... Well, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't. These guys don't have to stack a whole lot, so it's fine. Okay. LRBWE is better off in slot 2. I'm going to put him in slot 1 just to test out a little bit of his defense and his dodging and stuff. So right now, he has a 70% chance to dodge. No, 80% chance to dodge because Beerus is here. He's got an 80% chance to dodge. And then my hit potential is, how much is it? It's 14. I've got an 82.8% chance to dodge. Plus a backup tanking and guards. So we're set. This is GG. Look at these links. Oh my God. Look at that sanity. This is crazy. All right, goodbye. What? $90 million attacks at 57 million damage on a crit. 10 million damage on a non-crit. That was lame. 13 million damage on a slap. Oh my God. Whoa. I mean, they should have been reversed. But oh my God. When it comes to the dodges, passive dodges, they're all additive. So if you've got a 70% passive dodge and a teammate on the rotation gives you 10% dodge, it's an 80% total dodge. Your hit potential dodge is calculated in the event that your passive dodge fails. So that is why I forgot what I was trying to say, because what? 90%? I mean, I really should be putting Beerus in slot 1. Yeah, okay. No. I'm gonna have Whis continue to just torture this guy. 70%. Dude, everybody is doing everything. This team, like, they actually, I love how much these categories and like these squads have just been getting reinforced with these EZAs. I love it, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did we just fail? Did we? Did I just? And that right there is proof why initial dodge can help. So you know what? Silver lining, it pays to see that in the video. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay, now on this turn, we don't have the extra team dodge courtesy of the int Beerus, so we're actually working with a little bit less, which means we have an 82% chance to dodge. So let's see what happens if we launch a couple of supers and then our dodge fails. Maybe. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And that is why I still gave him 20 dodge. I was originally planning on just going full additionals and crit, but I know that my luck when it comes to dodge is the worst ever. In the last 3 weeks, I have... Okay. 45 million attack stat. Okay. 28 million damage on a crit. 29.2 million attack stat. 18.5 million damage on a crit. Obviously, we are leaving a lot of damage on the table by not having the int Beerus on the rotation. So this is a very different look for this turn because we don't have all that extra stuff. Once all the Beeruses line up where they're supposed to, this will be a much nicer setup. Good tank. Good tank. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and skip this turn, okay? All right, so we're on the next phase here. Let's put Bwee slot 1. Again, Beerus should be slot 1, but we're gonna put Bwee there. So let's do this. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. We're getting, what, like 50% oh, wait! We have guaranteed crit, don't we? Dude, 90 million? That's crazy, dude. 90 million attack stat. Oh my God, 50 million damage on the crit. 56.2 million attacks on the second. Oh my God. 31 million damage on the crit. And GG. Wow. Wow. Yeah, they made the Beerus team actually pretty sweet. Did you see that difference? We were what, at like 30 something million before, then we shoot up to 90 million? That's insanity. Oof. All right, well, I mean, you're dead, so goodbye. Let's do that. And we'll do this. If this dude is somehow still alive, then next turn, Bwee will take care of him. Next turn, we're gonna lose our 4-turn buff. I actually kind of hope that we don't kill here so that we could see what he looks like after he loses that. But, oh. All right, take it easy. Take it easy. You don't have a guaranteed crit here, so, you know, consider showing some mercy on him. Oh, wait, he has 90% crit this turn. Last turn, he was fighting an extreme... We were fighting an extreme enemy, so the Bwee provided team crit by 10% for this turn. I will say, because of that team crit that he provides, it definitely lessens the need to bring that int Whis. That was my main reason for bringing int Whis, because he provides 20% crit, aka guaranteed crit on the rotations that he's around with Beerus. But now that this STR Bwee does it, we don't even need that. All right, well, that was easy. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one, which is, I mean, y'all know what's coming up, right? I don't even need to do a cut. Let's just jump right in. Let's fight the poop guy. Let's do it. Whis and Bwee versus Mr. Poop. Let's go. Also, I should probably do this. Wait, no. Not this. This one. All right. No! All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to do some stress testing. So on this turn, Bwee has guard, 70% chance, no, 80% chance to dodge. Guard, 80% chance to dodge, and 50% damage reduction. This guy does not give, yeah, he does not get the additional damage reduction bonus from the Beerus because planetary destruction is a requirement, and LR Bwee is not planetary destruction. So he is getting an 80% chance to dodge with a 50% damage reduction and a guard. If he gets hit, he'll probably die. And to be precise, he's actually got an 82.8% chance to dodge. Naturally, we're gonna stick him in slot 1 and let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that. I ain't afraid of you. Dodge! 60.2 million attack stat. You thought this was over. You thought I was about to die. We healed. All right, we're supering again. Did we seriously not crit? That's crazy. Look at all them supers. We took 500,000 damage, and look at all the attacks we're launching. Look at our health. Oh. Wow. That was actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, he didn't get hit. That was pretty cool. Oh, and we're gonna get to see Whis' guaranteed dodge next turn, because when a super attack is headed his way, he gets a guaranteed dodge. And then he gets guaranteed crit, and he gets a guaranteed additional for 4 turns. Oh, that's nice. And since we are fighting an extreme class enemy, everybody else on the next turn gets 10% critical. All right, here it is. I want to push the Dokkan gauge, so let's do this. 6 orbs for Champa, right? Do we get the 6 orbs? Oh, when attacking, he gets a, yeah. I was asked about this. 6% chance for attack plus 1666. It happens when you begin the attack. That's what it is. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, the guaranteed dodge. Autonomous Ultra Instinct. All right. Guaranteed crit inbound. 27 million attack stat. We don't care about the damage, like the number. 23 million damage on a crit. Attack stat won't change because he's not raising his attack. 23 million on another crit. 23 million damage on a crit. The most important thing with all of this is he's bolstering his defense. Plus that 40% damage reduction, and then the dodge to give him even more defense. He's gonna be tankier than people give him credit for. But that was nice. Two turns? And he's not doing anything to us? Now, as much as I want to win this run, we do have to stress test again. So we got to put him in slot 1 and we got to see what happens. It could be bad. I do admit it could be bad, but it could be amazing. So let's try it. So let's do this. And then we'll do that. Tech Beerus in slot 3 might get slaughtered here. He does fit this team in terms of synergy, but on this particular fight, he's probably going to get destroyed. But it's fine. Stress test, engage. 82.8% chance to dodge. You gotta be kidding me. 3 million damage against 2 turns of buffs on Poop God. That's actually pretty good. Oh my god, where did I release that? Let's review. Turn 3, after getting hit a bunch of times, Poop God hit Biwi for 3.2 million. Turn 1, as you just saw with that bullshit, he took 2.3 million. So yeah, he should dodge. And based on how crappy my dodge is, I should personally be building this guy with more dodge in mind. I'm going to break something. Let me just. This guy multiplicatively stacks over 4 turns. So next time we come back, he'll have crazier numbers. We're going to go for the win on this fight, just because everybody is now going to be lined up where they're supposed to. We're going to play this more accurately. 38 million attack stat. 25 mil. 25 million attacks it on the second super. Isn't that crazy? Going from 90 million down to 25 million is just insane work. Insane. Can Tech Beerus handle this turn? Let's see. Nice. Oh, get hit. Nice. No, get hit. Damn it, and Beerus. Okay, so here we're gonna put no, actually, you know what? I want man, I feel like we need to show off Whis. Let's at least show the one bright spot on this team. Stupid STR BWE making me so mad. 82.8%, and I failed twice in a row. I mean, what the so clearly Dodge hates me, so I just decided you, and I'm gonna bring in some help. Brought in UI, 14% extra dodge. This is another thing to consider when you're running your dodge or die team, because 14% extra dodge to start gives this guy guaranteed dodge in the right situation. And I've got the revive God Goku. I need to know. I need to know. Are you gonna do this to me again? You're 90, you're 82, 92, whatever the... Oh, it's a guaranteed dodge. This was supposed to be a nice, happy, stress-free video, and now I want to punch the wall. Yeah, full Beerus and Whis team ain't happening. Don't even bother. Bring in LR physical UI, give extra team dodge. Bring in AGL God Goku. If you're trying to go for like a top tier Realm of Gods team with mostly Beerus and Whis, do something like that. Okay. Is this guy super STR or is he extreme? He's super STR. So he's getting 14% more dodge, which means on this turn, he's got 50, 70, 80. Wait. Yes, 80. 94%. 94% chance to dodge with the backup 14. So it's like 95%. Bro. Bro, I swear, bro. This video ends if you fail this. $52.8 million attack. All right, thanks, moron. Did you... We no longer have the guaranteed dodge thing from Whis. That guaranteed dodge thing is gone, but he does have this critical and additional thing. I'm gonna just throw him in slot 1 anyway, because I want to see all that extra damage. I just want to see it done here and not here. I don't want to disrupt this energy. But let's go ahead and use this. Gonna heal us up a little bit. Stay calm. Everybody stay calm. It's gonna be okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's great. Everything's great. Yeah, we're dying in slot 3. All right. What's it gonna be? Oh my god. 36.5 million attack stat because of the Beerus active skill. Wow, that was pretty good. Good damage. 94 million attack stat for Beerus. All right, man, whatever. Let's just lose. I want to get out of here. This has ruined my night. Constantly dodging or failing 90+% dodges is not something I was ready for today. You think I'd be used to it by now with idiots like Tech UI, but nope. I thought it'd be different. I thought it'd be different with Beerus and Whis. All right, just kill me. Huh? What? We not dying today? We not dying today? Once again, let me remind you. 20%, 70%, 80%. Yep, 80%, 82.8%. This time I'm asking for trouble, but we got to revive, so we're cool. 82.8. If there's one thing you should take away from this video, ladies and gentlemen, it's that RNG is a fickle, and if you are like me, then this is why I use a lot of dodge, because you can never have enough. You just can't. You can never have enough dodge. 94%? Nope. 82.8%? Nope. Might as well just get hit. So if you're feeling dangerous, go more offensive. But I would recommend you go more dodge. Let this guy do the heavy lifting. This dude carries. That's if you have it. Are we even gonna need the... No, we're gonna need it. He's probably gonna die right here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's how I was screaming earlier. 94% dodge fail. That was me. How fitting would it be to just die right here? All right, Whis. Would you like to ruin... Actually, wait, hold on. How many links do these two share? Let's see. They share only 2 links, but they do share the 1 critical link. That's good. All right, so let's put Whis slot 1. Then we'll put Beerus slot 2. And then we wrap this up. Comment down below. Do we win or do we lose? What's it gonna be? Actually, let's probably switch them up. Are we gonna win this or are we gonna lose this off of a Beerus dodge or Whis dodge fail? Let me know. 5% more. Oh my god. Notice how there was no critical there. The critical wore off. The 4-turn window is gone. Okay, Whis. All right, a little bit of redemption for you. Nice job. All right. That clears the poop guy. One more. Full Beerus and Whis team versus UI Royal Blue. Let's do it. Let's do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. All right. So, in this particular fight, what we're going to do is we're going to mix up the roles a little bit. We're going to try to go for the win, but we're also going to play this properly. In the first 2 rounds, we're kind of focusing on Beerus and Whis and STR Whis, but now we're going to change it up a little bit. So let's put him in his natural. Actually, maybe we should do something like this. Let's break up the set a little bit, take away some of that synergy, and see what the results are. So let's do this. We have guaranteed crit this turn because of the int Whis. And then we got all this. All right, let's see what happens. Dodge? All right, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Just dodge once. 60% chance to dodge. Thank you. I thank you. All right, so we're losing a lot of synergy. 38.8 million attack stat. That's okay, though. All right, how much are we eating right here? We have an 80% chance to dodge. We have 50% damage reduction, and we've got guard. As long as our health remains above 90%, we will increase our damage. Oh, nice dodge. All right, so he gained 20% damage reduction. So when he comes back, he's actually going to have 70%. No. Wait. Is it 70%? It's for 4 turns, right? Yeah, he'll have 70% damage reduction when he comes back. All right. So on this turn, I'm going to put the Whis in slot 3. Oh, wait, you know what? No. So putting Whis in slot 3, I mean, we can, but it's dangerous because it's not the first attack that's a super. If we do it here, it's better. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's scary. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Whis on this rotation. We'll bench Whis next. Let's do this. No! No! Wrong one. Time travel. Actually, wait, what does Whis call it? Temporal do-over. It was a temporal do-over, y'all. Isn't that great? Nice, and then guaranteed dodge. So not only do we dodge you, but we also dodge Vegeta. Oh. Nice. So actually, this can be a nice combination because he's going to have this now for 4 turns, right? So when we come back, if you bench Whis, he'll have launched a bunch of supers, raised his defense, and then on top of that, we'll be dodging more, therefore bolstering our defense even more. We could actually look at some pretty impressive defensive feats from Whis. I'm actually looking forward to that. Let's see what happens. Also, I am kind of asking for trouble by putting AGL Whis in slot 3. AGL Beerus. He's got a 70% chance to dodge this turn, right? And he's got like no, yeah. Yes, no links. 6.7 million attack stat. My God. Hey, he's eating the pudding. The pudding that I farmed out. See, it all connects. 70%. 70%. 70. I know what's gonna happen. I hate this. I hate this. Oh, he did it. Wow. All right. So no BWE this turn. Oh, we might still be dead. All right, so let's do this. We got 2 attacks we got to worry about in the slot 3. Int Whis, don't let me down. If you do, I'm not going to be too mad because you were never supposed to be here. Int Whis is on the G League Realm of Gods team. We brought him on to the main team because we needed some depth, but he's not going to get much game time. You know what I mean? He's got potential, but he's got some defensive issues. He's like Bronny James. All right, Beerus, damn. Are we gonna kill him? No, maybe not. Nah. Pretty impressive. Wow. One more? Oh, that was so close. All right, are we gonna get through this turn or am I gonna have to time skip? Preparing the time skip machine. Entering the speed force in 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, so oh, this is perfect. All right, so we're gonna start wailing on this fool a little bit, and then we're gonna have Whis intercept the attack from Vegeta. Let's see if he dodges it. So let's do this. And then we'll do this. This turn, BWE has 70% damage reduction because he inherited the extra 20% down here. 70% damage reduction. And then we got this. All right, perfect. This will be a good turn. Let's see how this goes. Full counter. Nice. Flick. Okay, he's dead. Oh crap, are we dead? No, we're not dead, right? Nobody's hit him. We're fine. Right? Yeah. All right, let's take him to church. He's getting stronger. Comment section down below. Is Whis going to sell and actually get hit? Or is he going to ruin the showcase, ironically, by dodging the one time that I don't want him to? Let me know. This whole video has just been that. When I don't want someone to do something, they do it. $84.5 million attack stat for BWE. Ooh. 56.2 on the second. All right, here we go. Guaranteed crit. We got a bunch of additionals coming in. We're making him stronger, but we're also boosting our defense. With all that defense and 40% damage reduction, how much would we take? You know what sucks? If he had launched a lot more attacks, it would have been better because we would have had it on more defense before then maybe getting hit. But this is kind of an all or nothing thing. So this doesn't actually really work. Just go ahead and dodge. Yeah, this doesn't work, but whatever. That is an option to consider. You should consider doing something like that once in a while, because knowing how much dodge and defense you can get from that Whis post guaranteed dodge ability proc, that can provide a good rear guard for you. You don't necessarily have to keep the Beerus and the Whis together. There's a lot of other options that can kind of fit in. Like Champa wants to be here with Beerus. Biwi wants to be with Beerus. Maybe there's another unit down the road that would be better off next to Beerus. All right, let's go ahead and use this. And I'm pretty sure that's GG. 90 million attack. Let's go. Oh. All right, let's do this. You know what I really want to see? I have never seen Champa use that 6% 1666 thingy. Can you do that for me, please? I would like to see that very, very much. $117. He had a 117 million attack stat. Going full Master Chief here. I like it.
Whis, let's finish the fight.
Oh, he's dead. All right, Champa's not doing anything. 127 million attack. I like the potential with this team, but man, the dodging, the RNG. Oof. All right, let's do. Actually, no, it's been a while. No, I think we're good. All right, so I think that about wraps it up. I think we don't need to see any more. I think we got the gist here. So when it comes to Beerus and Whis, dodging is very important. Obviously, we know what they can do when they dodge. But what happens when they don't? So the question is, do you care about that? Would you rather live on the edge and lower their hit potential dodge, or would you rather invest as much as you can into the dodge to increase their dodging capabilities by a marginal percentage? It can still be worth it. Remember, for someone like the Whis, it's going to factor in less the further down the chain you go, but initially, a 9% increase on your initial dodge can make a world of difference. In a situation where you have an 80% starting dodge, the differential between 0 hit potential dodge and 30 is less than it was early on. At 90%, which is probably going to be the most common place where you would find that Whis being used with the Beerus, the Int Beerus, a 30 dodge gives you only 3% more. So it's just a matter of damages. What do you care about doing? Optimizing hit potential, optimizing initial dodge. Your playstyle will dictate how to build the unit. But for me, you saw everything that happened in this video. So you know I need more dodge. So I am going to say max dodge, the rest additional for both. That's right, both of them. They both could use it. And also don't forget, if you run these units on teams that don't have the Int Beerus, you are going to be losing some dodge even more, which means the hit potential will become even more relevant. So for a lot of you guys watching this video, you probably don't even have the appropriate leader skill. So giving more dodge is still going to be the better option. As far as critical, you're covered. Godly power as a link will help. Their passives are enough. Whis doesn't have to do much damage. He's mainly meant to buff or debuff and just dodge and give his own defense. But both are good in the context of this team. I hate RNG. I'm gonna go punch a punching bag. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on the status of the state of the Beerus Realm of Gods sub team. Do you like how it looks? Are there any other characters that you think should also be included on this team? How would you build the two characters? Did you enjoy watching me fail dodges over and over and over? Because if the answer is yes, I'm gonna ban you. Let me know in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more stuff. Do it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.